A memorial service in Lower Manhattan is about to honor the 2,977 people who died in the September 11th terror attacks. It was 24 years ago today. So they will soon read the names of all of the people that died that day, as they do every year.
Other services right at this moment are being held around the country, including Shanksville, Pennsylvania, where United Airlines Flight 93 crashed, taken down by passengers before terrorists could attack Washington, thought to be targeting maybe the Capitol, maybe the White House. And of course, there are also ceremonies at the Pentagon, which was hit, badly damaged by another hijacked airline.
It's the worst part of the whole day. I said, you'll never know your dad, and that really hurt.
That day, he was also the sole survivor of Staten Island, New York's Elite Rescue 5. In all, 343 of New York's bravest perished.
My brother-in-law, Tommy, had called me, and he said, Bill, they're all gone. And I named every guy I was having breakfast with that morning before the call came in. I named them once, I named them twice, and he said, Bill, they're all gone. It's the worst day of my life.
Ever since, Spade recounts his memories so others will never forget.
The alarms go off, and we're headed out for the Trade Center.
Forgetting is easier now because nearly 122.4 million Americans were not yet born when it happened or were too young to remember.
I could see the smoke coming from that first tower, that North Tower.
So every summer, teachers from across the country gather at the 9/11 Memorial and Museum, located on the site where the World Trade Center towers once stood, and watch Spade turn his personal nightmare into a history lesson.
And each time we got it over a little bit more.
Among the audience of educators gathered from 30 states and abroad is Bella Forget.
I was born in 2003, so I don't have any memories of 9/11. I'm a teacher that's going into this kind of blindly.
It's tough to teach terrorism to third graders.
Absolutely. They're just starting to become aware of what's going on in the world and the world around them and how it works. So to bring in that heavy subject matter is definitely difficult.
After graduating college in May, Forget will now introduce 9/11 to her first class of third graders in West Virginia. How did you feel when you heard Bill Spade talk about his experience?
It was one of the most meaningful things I think I've ever heard in my whole life.
What makes talking to teachers distinct?
They're going to pass it on to the younger generation. And the whole time my kids went to school, I'd ask them every year, what were you taught about 9/11 today? And they all said, oh, nothing, just a moment of silence. And it would infuriate me every year that that's the most we can do is have a moment of silence.
We can do so much better than a moment of silence.
Correct. So much better. Always know where you're at.
24 years later, a lesson to fill the silence so that future generations of Americans never forget. For CBS Mornings, Nicole Sganga, New York.